Okay. So good morning, guys. Uh, so in the last session, we started subqueries, right? Okay. So we've taken some examples on subqueries. So non-correlated, and in this non-correlated, first one we discuss. What is that? Single row subquery. So single row subquery is what we said, guys, here. When a subquery returns a single value, then we call it as what now? Single row subquery, and some operators we are using in this. Okay. And a few examples we discuss on this, right? Up to where it is here, the second highest salary we find out here. Okay. Right. In the same to same, the next example. Okay. So my next example is what now? Third highest salary I want to find out. Exciting. The next one is to find out your third highest salary employee details. Okay, right. So in this case, observe guys here. So when you need to find out the third highest salary, okay, so how it was means, for example, okay, so come back to your working table. So EMP, okay, now, and now see here. So from this table, I need to find out your third highest salary. So here, third highest salary, how much here can you find out? Check out your third highest salary. This is my first highest salary, and the second highest salary, people. Next, third highest. So 2975. So 2975 is the third highest salary in this table, right? So now that details I want it here, that person details I want to fetch now. So previously, in the previous examples, this is our second highest salary employee details we find out. Okay. So, and previous first highest salary we find out. Okay. Just come back here and see. Up to here, I will take as it is. Okay. So this is my second highest, but I need what now? Third highest. And here we need to add one more, the statement. So how it is added here, the statement you can see. So we are passing here. So where salary, which is less than of, now what we want to do, select max of salary from EMP table. So the three inner queries are written here. Okay. This is my first outer query now. Okay. And this is inner queries. Okay. Now, so let me see how it was executed. First, this one executed here. So this one is executed on your entire the table. On this entire the table, which is your maximum salary here, 5,000. So it was returns 5,000. So that means my first inner query returns 5,000. And after that, second inner query is there. So here 5,000 less than. How many values are there? Total 14. The 14 5,000 already we taken out, and remaining how many values? 13. In 13, what we said in 13, what we need to take a maximum. In 13, maximum. So in 13, maximum I want it. So suppose if I'm writing select a star from EMP where salary less than 5,000. So salary less than 5,000. How many rows will left here? 13 rows. In 13 rows, can you see which is your maximum again? 3,000. Yes or no? Yes, 3,000. So 3,000, how many values here? Two rows. Okay, so that means I want to write now. Select a star from EMP where sal less than, what is that? 3,000 now. So 3,000 also I'm taking now. Remaining how many rows left? 11 rows. In 11 rows. Okay, so this is 5,000. The second query executed and it returns how much here? 3,000. 3,000 is less than to 5,000. And the next third inner query. This is my third inner query. So this query is executed, but when it is after 3,000. After 3,000, remaining how many values are there here? 11 rows. So that means in the 11 rows, which is maximum? 2975 is maximum. So 2975 will take it 2975 and it is less than to 3,000. Satisfied? Yes or no? So 5,000 less than 3,000 satisfied. 3,000 less than 295 satisfied. Okay. Then three inner queries. Okay. How many inner queries? Three inner queries, and each inner query was going to be written some value. So that was over. And finally, this is what now? Outer query. So outer query means how you can write here? Select star from EMP where salary is equals to 2975. So this is your outer query. So salary is equals to 2975. Which employee salary is equals to 2975? The person details. Star means what now? All details. So all details are displaying whose salary is equals to 2975. Understand now? So this is a pattern. Your query will be executed now and to finding your third highest salary. Okay. So let me come back. Now I just go to take it out this all and to executing in this. Okay. Then you have to check it out. So your third highest salary, we got it. Is that no? But here one problem is that. Okay, what is the problem? You can see. So here I wanted third highest salary. So we are writing, okay, your subquery or nested query like this. A query inside another query, a query inside another query we written. So now we said this is subquery. Okay, fine. But here, suppose, are you going to some interview panel? If anybody asks you, okay, so 30th highest salary. If anybody asks your interview panel. So as how many subqueries I need to write? How many? Here you can see, observe. So what it was happening in this case? In the first case, we find out first highest salary. For this purpose, we written two queries. We written one inner query, one outer query. Next, we find out here second highest salary. How many queries we written? Three queries we written. One outer, two inner. And now, just now, we find out what now? Third highest. How many queries we written? Four queries we written. One outer, three inner. So, can you see this? The first, second, and third. So first, second, third. If you see this, now it is called as a, can I say it is the nth highest or nth position? And you are writing how many times? N plus 1 times we are writing. Okay, now. So now this is what it was happen. Okay. Suppose if you go to some interview panel, they are asking 30th highest salary. Then how many times I need to write for this mechanism? Yeah, 31 times I need to write. So if you go to another interview, the person is asking 150th highest salary. Then 151 queries you need to write. So are you writing like this? No. So why should we want to write like this? And if you're writing like this means it's a lot of time consumer process and very complex to the users. So users also very complex to write these many queries, to finding their people information. Okay, now. So this is not the way to find out your nth highest. So maximum, first and second and third. So maximum, as our patients say, we can write up to 3 only, maximum. Okay, but more than 3, if you want to write means some little bit difficult for us. Okay, so then how to overcome this problem? Okay, how to overcome? Okay, the above problem. Okay, now that is our question. First, write down. Take your third AST. Okay, right. So now this is the way you are writing third AS, but it's not enough. That means it is not the way to finding your more than three. Okay, so there we will get some problem. Okay, now right. So how we can avoid this problem? We will check out. But this problem solution, I will give it in the after multiple row and multiple column in line view after. Okay, so up to there, I just keep this question here, and we will learn next level of subqueries. Okay, and you just keep it this, and later I will show you. Next slide on multiple rows subquery. The second type of non-correlated multiple row subquery. So here, when our subquery is called as multiple row subquery means, okay, so when a subquery returns, okay, so more than one value. So when it was returns more than one value, then we called as here multiple rows subquery. And in this subquery, which kind of operators I can use? Okay, so I can use the following operators. Okay, the following operators in this case, the following operators are, okay, so your in operator, okay, any operator, and all operators. So these are the three operators we are using in this multiple row subqueries. Okay, na? Right. And can you see in the previous early classes, we discussed in operator. Did you remember? So purpose of in operator is what? To comparing multiple values. Some list of values we need to compare at a time. So there we are using what now? In operator. So that is already we discussed. But here some new operators are there. What is that? Any and all. Okay. Let me see. First, I will show you some examples on in. And later we will discuss what is any and what is all. Okay, right. So the first example, write down. So write a query to display employees whose job is same as the job of the employee, okay. What the employees I will take here. Okay, so employee Smith, okay, or so Martin. Okay, now okay, right. So first of all, check out. Here I want to display employees whose job is same as the job of the employee Smith or Martin. So first what I need to find out, the job of Smith and Martin. So these two people jobs first I need to find out. So once you know the Smith is working in which job and Martin is also working in which job, if you know these two people jobs, then automatically the remaining jobs will be we find out. Okay, let me come out and see guys here. So first of all, you can see your table information. So EMP, now I want to call select job, okay, from EMP. So where E name is equals to first employee Smith, or E name is equals to who is this? Martin. So now we can see your subquery we written here, okay. But tell me this subquery returns how many values? Single value or more than one value? More than one value. So whenever your subquery returns more than one value, then you just confirm this is multiple row subquery. Understand now? If your subquery returns single value, that is single row. It's a simple identification. What is multiple row? What is single row? Yes or no? So now this is what. So my subquery returns more than one value, clerk and salesman. Now in these jobs, okay, who are working? Those people details I want data. Then details means what now? Select a star from EMP. Where? What I want to say? Job is equals to, okay, now I'm writing here, inner core is what? Select job from EMP. So where E name is equals to Smith, or E name is equals to Martin. Okay, now, right. So now I just close this. Okay, close. But can you see guys here, your inner query returns how many values? Two values. So multiple values. But which operator are you using? Equal operator. So equal operator through, can I compare multiple values? No, because that point I was given in the early classes, can you see? X is equals to 10, X is equals to 10, comma 20, comma 30, which is correct? X is equals to 10 is correct, but we can't compare the group of values with which operator? Equal operator. Understand now? So that's why here when come to multiple row, okay, when come to multiple row, how many rows here? Sorry, how many values are returns? Two values returns. So I'm using equal operator. Then what it was happen? You can see. So it was showing error. What is error? Single row subquery returns more than one row. So that's why you can't use your equal operator. Now understand now? So that's why we avoid this. And what I want to use to compare group of values in operator. So now I want to write. So select star from EMP where job in of. Next one is what? Select job from EMP where E name is equals to Smith, or ename is equals to Martin. Okay, now. So now here, which operator I'm using? In operator. And this inner query, once I executed, how many values returns? Two values. So on two values, we applied in and check it out. So now all Smith is working as a clerk, and the clerk related information, we got it. And Martin is working as a salesman, and the salesman related information, sir, we got it. Okay, right. But can you tell me guys here, okay, fine, here I'm using in to comparing here multiple values. But guys here, instead of writing this R operator here, can I use in operator in this case? That means what I'm saying here. So can I write like this or not? So where ename in of, so what I'm giving, Smith, comma, what next? Martin. Okay. So can I give it like this? Yes or no? So now I just close one more to execute it now. The same output is, we got it. Okay, right. Right down below. Okay, right. In the next example, write a query to display employee details. So getting who are getting maximum salary, who are getting maximum salary from each job wise. So who are getting maximum salary from each job. Okay, now? Right. So in this example, my requirement is what now? So which employee is getting maximum salary from each department or each job? Yes or no? So that kind of. So first of all, what I need to find out in this, just observe. What we need to find out? Maximum salary from each job. So how to find out maximum salary of each job? Already we discussed so many examples. Max function, okay. Next, from each job, group by. Very good. So first we need to use a group by. So by using group by, each job wise, what I need to find out here, maximum salary I need to find out. The first target. Yes or no? So once I know the maximum salary of each job, then of course, who are that? The people information also, we will get it. Okay. Now let me come back. So now this is your table. When you come back to your working table, so this is total information about your table, and this is job wise. How many jobs in this? 14, but different jobs. How many? 5. Clerk is a one group, salesman, managers, analyst, president. Okay. Now I'm going to write select. What I say? Job, sum of which function? Sorry, sum of what function? Max of salary from EMP. Which class? Group by. On which column? Job. Okay. So now we can see we find out analyst highest salary 3,000, manager highest salary 2,975, clerk highest salary okay 1,300, salesman highest salary 1,600, and president 5,000. So these are each job wise we finding maximum salaries, and exactly these maximum salaries who are getting. Okay, now so this is already you knows how to work. Already group by I explained now. Yes or no? Already we know in early classes group by how it was working. So this is my inner query result. Now tell me inner query returns how many values? More than one value. Okay, more than one value means it comes under multiple row or single row? Multiple rows. So let me write here out. Select a star from EMP where what is that? Sal. Salary or not? Which operator? In of select. What I want to take max of salary from EMP. What I want to use? Group by job and to execute. So salesman highest salary Alan. So he is a salesman 1,600 highest salary. Next, Jones is a manager job, highest salary. And next one is Scott. He was analyst, highest salary. But analyst, how many people are there? Two people are there. And the two people are getting same salary. So both are highest salary employees. And the next one is called as a president. Okay. So King in the president, he was highest. And clerk Jones is the highest. So all highest people from each job we find out. Okay. Right down below. Okay, right. So these are in operation to multiple. Okay. And the next one takes adding working with any comma all. So these are the two special operators, and these operators we are using under subqueries. Okay, the first one, any. So what is any means? Here observe. It return a value. It return a value. Okay, if any one. Okay, if any one value is satisfied, to the given condition, in the query. So whatever, okay, any one value is satisfied to the given condition in the query, then it returns, okay, what? A value here. So when it was returns a value means if any one condition is satisfied to the given condition in the query. Okay. Now, so for example, here observe, first carefully observe guys, here a little bit confusion is there. Observe. First I will explain to you, then later we will see example. So any, suppose here x, okay, some my x, okay, now is greater than, okay, any of some values I was given 10 comma 20 comma 30. So your x value, how much we will give it? Suppose x is equals to, I will give it here 45 I was given. X value how much here? 45. So if x value is 45, then that 45 you need to substitute under x. Okay, now carefully focus on. So I'm going to substitute in the place of x. So that means here x value how much? 45. Now what it will do, any operator. So here whatever the list of values are there, the condition values. Okay, now now let me see. Now we can see here list of values are there. How many values here? 3. And this is your condition value. So now this value we need to compare with the greater than by using of which operator? Any. So now tell me 45, how to compare here? Observe carefully. 45 is greater than 10. True or false? True. Okay, first condition true. Satisfied. Okay. Next, 45 is greater than 20. Satisfied? Huh? Yes, it is also satisfied. True. This value is also satisfied. True. Next, 45 is greater than 30. It is also satisfied. True. So here 45 value is satisfied with the all values in the list. How many values are there in the list? Every value is satisfied by your 45. But here I'm asking what now? If any one value satisfied out of 3, 10, 20, 30, if any one is satisfied, then it returns value. But here how many values satisfied? 3 values. So that means my condition is satisfied now. Okay. So that means what you say, x is equals to 45 is called as a true. That means true means what now? It return a value. It return a value. Okay, right. If next case, second case, if x is equals to, okay, 0, 8 or 0, 6 or 8 something I was given. So now you can see in the x place 0, 8 substitute. And now compare now. 8 is greater than 10. False. First condition is false. 8 is greater than 20. False. 8 is greater than 30. What is this? False. So is there any value satisfied in the list? No. All values are false, false, false. That means x is equals to 8 returns what now? False. False means value written or no value written? No value written. Okay, na? No value written. Next, for example, if I am giving, if x is equals to 25, now x value substitute your 25 now, and just tell me 25 is greater than 10. True. 25 is greater than 20. True. 25 is greater than 30. false. But here I said any one value, but here two values are satisfied. So that means this value written, yes, it will be written. So I'm asking any one, okay, but your two values are satisfied means, yes, of course, this is also what? True. This is also what? True. Okay, na? True means written value, na? Yes, compulsory. It is also written a value. It is also written a value. Okay, na? So this is any operator working nature. So in the list, how many values are there? Each and every value will be checked with your given conditional value. So in the list, how many values are there? If any one value is satisfied, then it return a value. Okay, if any one, there are 100 values are there. Suppose out of 100, one value satisfied, remaining 99 values are not satisfied. Then what happened? True or false? True only. That is called a any. Okay, na? What is the next? All. All means what now? It return. So simply, what it was say, it return a value if all values are okay, if all values are satisfied to the given conditional value in the query. So for example, if I'm taking the same thing, let you come back and see. Okay, so now tell me, x is equals to 45 is given. X is equals to 45, and here my operator is what now? All. Now tell me, 45 is greater than 10. Satisfied? Yes. 45 is greater than 20. Yes. 45 is greater than 30. True. Now all operators satisfied? All means every value in the list, all values in the list. 100 values means 100 values must and should be satisfied. Okay, now suppose 99 values satisfied, one value is not satisfied, then false only. Okay, now right. So now this is true. So true, returning a value. Next, 0 is equals to x is equals to 8. X is equals to 8. 8 greater than 10. False. 8 greater than 20. 8 greater than 30. All are false. Okay. Then true or false? False only. No return value. Okay. Next, 25. 25 check. 25 is greater than 10. True. 25 is greater than 20. True. 25 is greater than 30. False. So two values true, one value false. That means false only. That means what now? False only. False means written value or no written value? No written value. So compare, just understand now. This is all and NA. Okay. Let me try one. Write a query to display employees or to display list of employees. Okay, list of employees whose salary is okay more than, whose salary is more than any salesman salary. Any salesman salary. Okay, now come back here. Write a query to display list of employees whose salary is more than any salesman. Understand now? So first, what I need to find out? What I need first? Salesman salaries first I need. Yes or no? How many salesmen are there in my table? That all salesman salaries I need to retrieval first of all. Okay. After that, for that value, we need to check one by one. Okay, now? Right. So let me see how to write now. First of all, come to your database table, EMP. Yes, salesman's checkout. 1, his salary is 1600. 2, 1250. 2, 1250. And 1504. How many salesmen? 4 salesmen. the 4 salesmen, suppose I just what I need salaries. How to write? Where job is equals to what is this? Salesman. Now you can see. So select sal from EMP where job is equal salesman. Salesman values are written. How many salesmen here? 4 salesmen, and 4 salesmen salaries are we got it. So this is my list of values. Okay. And with this list of values, I need to compare my every employee salary. Okay. Now how to write here? Observe. Select a star from EMP where sal is greater than of any of what is that? List of salaries. What is the list of salaries? 1600. First observe. 1250. 1250. Next 1500. Okay, got it? Yes or no? So now what I want to do, these are list of values which was written by inner query. So with this list of values, each employee, what I want to compare? Salary compare. So each employee salary I want to compare with the list of values. Now first employee, carefully observe. What is the first employee salary here? How many rows in my table? 14 rows. Each and every employee check now. First employee salary how much? 800. Now you have to keep it like this. Now in place of salary, how much I want to keep? This is X. Salary means what? X. X value how much? 800. Point understanding now? X value means your salary. Salary is nothing but X. Now 800. Now compare. 800 is greater than 1600. True or false? False. Okay, first value false. 800 is greater than 1250. It is also false. 800 is greater than 1250. It is also false. 800 is greater than 1500. It is also false. What happened? All are false. All are false means returning value, no return value. Okay, now understanding now? Now one more comparison. Okay. So first row I compared. First Smith. Smith employee is not satisfied. Next, who is the next value? 1600. Come out here. And now tell me. Now salary value how much now? 1600. Now compare. 1600 is greater than 1600. False. 1600 is greater than 1250. True. 1600 is greater than 1250. True. 1600 is greater than 1500. True. How many true? 3. But we are asking any one only because it is which operator? Any operator. So any one is true, then return value. But here unfortunately 3 values are true. That means I want to return now. Yes. So that means this ln will be written to you. ln will be written to you. Next compare. Who is the next? What is the next value? 1250. Now compare here 1250 now. My now salary is how much here? 1250. Okay, fine. Compare. 1250 is greater than 1600. False. 1250 is greater than 1250. False. 1250. False. 1500. False. All are false. That means this value written or no written? No written. So like this, how many values we compare? 14 values. Got it now? See, subquery is how much you practice now, that much knowledge you will get it. Without practice, listening class and going outside means never. After 1 hour, again confusion is occurred. So daily half an hour practice, not 1 hour also. Half an hour, sincerely practice it every day. That's enough, more enough for the database queries. Okay, now? Now, when you explanation time, it's look like very simple. Explanation time, it's look like very simple. But after 1 hour, 2 hours is over, then yourself you practice now. At that time, it will get again confusion. So that's why do practice every day. Half an hour, yeah. No need 1 hour, 2 hours. Half an hour, exactly 30 minutes. Okay. So you have to do work and you have to practice the queries. Very simple database queries, sir. Okay, na? And if anybody trying to database jobs, I will say simply you're getting a job also as a fresher. Understand, na? So that is what. But practice is must required. Okay, right. So here like this 2975, 1250, 28, 24. This is all we need to compare with the list of values. If any one value is satisfied, then it is written. Understand now? So, but here list of values I can't write now. Then what I want to write? My inner query. This is so in place of this for your comparison purpose. I'm taking what I want to write. Inner query. Okay. Let me check out here. So yes. So 5,000, 3, 3, 2, 9, 2, 8, 14, 16, 15, and 1300. So these are any one of salary will be satisfied. Write down below. Okay, right. The same way, when you come back to all operator, we can see. So write a query list of employees so whose salary is more than all salesmen's. More than all salesman salaries. Where I want to change in my query, everything is same now. In place of any what I want to use, all. Okay, let me see. I'm executing this. Okay, right, and check it out. So now the next level, what it was come 2450, 28, 29, 3, 5000. So these are compared to these values, all are satisfied now. Yes or no? For example, 2450. 2450 is greater than 1600. True or false? Greater than 1250. True. 1500. True. Okay. So 2450 is greater than for all values or not? Yes. Next. 2850 is greater than to all values. Yes. Next. 2975 is greater than of all values. Yes. So 3000 is greater than of all values. Yes. Next. 5000 is a greater than of all values. Yes. That means this is my inner query result. So this inner query value, each and every value is satisfied by these employees. Okay, now? Write down. Okay, right. Suppose here greater than I use here. Okay, suppose you want it less than. So keep it what? Less than. Less than of anyone. Less than of all. Less than or equals to. Less than or equals to of anyone. Less than or equals to of all. Okay, like a greater than, like a equal, like a equal. So equal of anyone, equal of all. So any operator you can use it. Less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, equal operator. Yes or no? So that you have to do practice. Okay, right. So now these are any and all. Okay, right. The next one. So these are multiple row guys here. The next what we can say subquery, write down multiple column subquery. Multiple column subquery. Okay, right. I think in the name only we can understand what I said, multiple column. Can you previously, can you compare any single row or multiple row subqueries? Can you check out guys here? How many columns you compared here? Okay, if you see in this outer query, this is outer query now. In outer query where condition, how many columns? One column. So one column of outer query comparing with the one column of inner query. So all you can see single row examples, multiple row examples, carefully identify. There is one point is there. So what is that? Single, that means a single column of inner query values comparing with a single column of outer query values. Okay, now so you can see all examples in your notes or practicing time also you can observe everywhere. See, outer query single column, inner query single column, outer query single column, inner query single column, outer query single column, inner query single column. Can you see, observe now? Outer query single column, inner query single column. Okay, outer query single column, inner query single column. Okay, outer query single column, inner query is also single columns. Okay, this is all. Next, multiple row, you can see outer query single column, inner query single column, outer query single column, inner query single column. Here outer query single column, inner query single column. All are, and even the here also you can see in our queries, outer query single column, inner query single column. Here outer query single column, inner query single column. So all are what now? One column values of inner query comparing with the one column values of outer queries. Understand now? Now next one is what now? Here what? Multiple columns. That means how many columns now? To more than one column. So multiple columns values of inner query is comparing with multiple columns values of outer query is known as multiple column. Write down below. Okay, write down multiple columns values of inner query. Okay, values of inner query comparing with multiple columns values of outer query. Okay, so is called as multiple column subquery. Shortcutly I'm writing. Okay, MCSQ. Okay, no? Right. Your syntax right now. So what is the syntax of this? Select a star from EMP whereof Here I want to give mine. Okay, column 1 comma column 2 comma and so on. In operator of selector column 1 comma column 2 comma and so on from table name. Okay, so this is your multiple column subquery syntax. Okay, right. Can you see now in this syntax? Observe carefully. This is your inner query, right? In this inner query, how many columns are you selected? Okay, the same column should be in our where class condition of outer query. So outer query where conditional columns, inner query selected columns must be same columns. If different columns, not allowed. Okay, now so that is what here multiple columns we called. One example right now. Write a query to display employees whose job comma MGR. Okay, whose job comma MGR are same as the job comma MGR of. Okay, 1 second, I will take. I said job na, job comma MGR na. Same as the job comma MGR of the employee Scott. The employee Scott. Okay, right. Tell me first what I need to find out in this query. Scott employee job manager ID number I need to find out. Okay, come back. And first I will show you my table here, the entire table. This is employee entire table, right? So which employee here? Scott. His job is what? His number is what? The same job and same MGR number. Is there any other employees having? Check out. Yeah, fraud was there. The fraud employees also having same job, same MGR. Now inner query first I'm writing. What is that? Job comma MGR from EMP where E name is equals to Scott. Here your inner query returns how many columns? Single column or more than one column? More than one column. Okay, job is a one column. MGR is a one column. Yes or no? Come on. These are two columns. Yes or no? So it is also written two columns. That means inner query returns multiple columns. The inner query values are written as what? Multiple column. And these multiple columns comparing with the outer query. Outer query, how to write now? Select star from EMP where here compulsory you should use the brackets here compulsory we should use. Without that you can't. Okay. In this what we want to write? Job comma MGR. Okay, na? Right. And now we can take job comma MGR. Okay, fine. And in of inner query. What is inner query? Job comma MGR from EMP where E name is equals to Scott. So now we are carefully observed. My inner query multiple columns values are comparing with the multiple columns values of which query? Outer query. Understand now? This is called as a multiple column. Very simple. Okay. Right. And now we can observe and to execute it now. Something is missing here. MGR are missing a MGR. Next, the same thing now. Yes. So now we can. So get it? The Scott, analyst, and MGR numbers same as fraud. Okay. Right down below. Okay. Right. In the same pattern, if you want to see, so another example, just wait. Okay. Right. So display employee details whose job and comma salary are same as the job comma salary of the employee. Okay. So what is this? Word. So same thing, how to write now? The same example, what I want to change my column. In place of MGR, salary. So wherever MGR is there, keep it salary and your employee name, word. And the same thing, I just come to copy and execute it as per the table. So now, so job salary of word. Word job is salesman, salary 1250. But the same Martin also same job and same salary. Right on. Okay, right. This is multiple column subqueries. Okay, now, and after that, what next subquery here? Inline view subquery. But before that, before to understand inline view, first we should know about pseudo columns. Exciting, pseudo columns. So what is this pseudo column, sir? And what is the use of this? Observe. Pseudo columns are just like your table columns. That means how a table column is working, how we are using in our queries, in where condition, in displaying level, how we are using table columns, same as your pseudo columns also. Okay, so pseudo columns are, okay, just like, okay, what I said, just like table columns, just like table columns, or otherwise you can say like this, working. Okay, working just like table columns. Now here in subqueries especially, there are two we are using. One is we called as a row id pseudo column, and next one is called as what now? Row num pseudo column. Row id and row num. Okay. Now you can see, observe. First, some examples I will show you. Then you will get some idea on this. First one, row ID. Row ID. So this pseudo column, row ID pseudo column, what it will do means, here observe. Here so many rows we have in this table. Total how many rows? 14 rows. So whenever we insert a new row into table, along with the row insertion, internally your system is creating for row, what it was created means id. One unique identification will created to your each and every row by your system, by your Oracle server internally. When, sir? Whenever we are inserting rows. So when you insert first row in a table, then row id generated. When you inserted a second row in a table, then row ID generated. So whenever user inserting rows into my table, for while inserting level, for each and every row wise, internally your Oracle server will generating one unique identification address will generated. And those unique identification address is called as a row ID. Okay, now, so what here I'm saying here, observe. So when we insert a new row into a table, internally, 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 Oracle server is generating a unique identification, a unique identification address. Okay, address to each row wise automatically, to each row wise automatically. Okay, right. But here, whatever the unique identification address, whatever it was generating by your Oracle, so this unique identification is temporary or permanent means these are permanent guys here. Okay, now, so row IDs, okay, row IDs are which type here? Permanent. Okay, it is a permanent because what is the reason it is a permanent means these are saved in database. Okay, because why it is permanent means these row IDs are saved in database. Okay, let me see guys here. Suppose you want to view, okay, so any table, okay, suppose you have a 14 rows are there. So that means when these 14 rows, when we are inserted, at the time of insertion only, each row wise a unique identification is already created by your Oracle server at the time of insertion only. So after inserting your data and you need to see, I want to see my row IDs. Okay. So whenever the user want to view your row IDs, there we can use what now? Row ID sudo column. So with the help of this column, I can see my row IDs. Let me see. For example, come to my table. Okay, this is actually your table. How many rows in this table? 14 rows. Now each row ID, I want to view it now. Then I can say, select the row ID, comma, suppose employee name, few columns I'm taking and EMP here. Then you can see my total 14 rows and the 14 rows employees names are there. And can you see along with 14 rows employees, you have a row IDs also now? And every row ID is a unique. Yes or no? Check out. Is a unique ID or any duplicates are there? Huh? So there is no duplicates. Every row ID, last two characters you can see. Last two characters you can see. What's happened? Unique, duplicate, unique. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Unique na? So up to here may be same, but last character will be changes. So okay, sir. So this is what we called as a row IDs. And these row IDs, suppose you have a doubt, is it permanent or temporary? Then you have to do one thing. So select a row ID, comma, employee name, comma, department number from EMP, where department number is equals to 10. Now, department number 10, how many people? Three people. Clerk, King, and Jones. Your clerk row ID is what now? AG. And here also AG now. Yes or no? Yes. King, AI. Here also AI. And Jones, AN. And here also AN. So that please now tell me. Here, whatever it was showing the row ID, and here what it was showing row ID of employees, same or different? Same. So that is, can I say it is a permanent number? Yes or no? Yes. Right down below. These are some general examples. Okay. Now, these are the row IDs we can find out. Like, so here also, it's just like a table column now. Yes or no? So how your e-name column is there, so same row ID is also just like your column. And now even though we can apply this, so from this, suppose you need it, the minimum row ID, maximum row ID, if you need it, you can find out. Suppose if I'm going to writing, select min of which column, row ID is column, from which table, EMP. So in this minimum row ID, what is the minimum row ID? A. Okay, now? Right. Suppose if I want it here, maximum row ID if I want it, so max max, and my row ID is X column, and from EMP, the max is what now? En. So minimum is A, maximum is N. In this table, I'm telling. Okay, now? In this table. Suppose some people are asking, sir, suppose your capitals here, observe, A to N. So our alphabets are what now? A to Z. So after A to Z, what is next row ID, sir? Don't ask me this question. What is the next row ID? BA. This is what? AAA, AAB, AAC. The next what it will come here? BAA. Next, BAB. Yes or no? If B is over, what next sequence? C sequence. Next, D sequence. Oh, like this it will be generated. So इसमें big question नहीं है इसमें पूछने के लिए. It's a simple logic. So that is what. So now, yeah. So now this is what min row ID A and max row ID N. That means AAN. Okay, right. So write down this three. Okay, now right. This is row ID and the ID's address how to view in my table. But this row ID pseudo column, when it was we use, that means in which kind of situations we can use this row ID in real time and where it is required for us. Okay, now? So that mechanisms we will see in tomorrow's session. Okay, now? Right, guys. So thank you. Thank you so much.